Fairy, Steel, Fighting, Psychic, these are just some of the different types of Pokemon you encounter. Everyone has a favorite, with mine being Electric. There's just something strangely scary about a cute creature electrocuting something to death. There are a lot of great types that people like. Ice, Dragon, Dark, even Bug types get some love every now and then. But I rarely hear someone say their favorite type is Normal. I kinda get why. The typing has nothing it's strong against, and its only main positive aspect is that they're immune to ghost type attacks. It's a jack of all trades, master of none typing. But the Pokemon themselves are interesting, and there are some really cool ones, so today we will show some love and look at my personal top 5 favorite Normal type Pokemon. Remember how I said that Electric type was my favorite? That kinda plays a role here with my first pick, Heliolisk. Not only is he part electric, but he's also based on the frill lizard, which is a reptile found in Australia. They're a pretty cool animal, though I'm still hoping for a bearded dragon Pokemon. The world needs it. Heliolisk can flare out its neck frills to gather enough energy to power a skyscraper, according to the Pokédex entry in Omega Ruby. This is translated decently enough in battle, as it sports a relatively good 109 special attack, and it's pretty fast as well. Heliolisk can't take a hit, but it sure can dish it out with a diverse move pool and 3 abilities that will make it work well in a team that relies on weather conditions. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of times when I play Gen 1, I use this Pokemon on my team. In real life, domesticated rats are among my favorite mammals, and it's a big reason why I like Raticate. Both Kanto and Alolan forms I find to be pretty good to use early game, and in the old generations it was a handy HM user. I don't like having to swap out Pokemon just to use an HM so I can access a new area, and thus I usually just have Raticate in the party, so I always had Cut or Strength by my side. Competitive wise, let's be honest, there are a lot of better choices than either variant of Raticate. The Alolan form is slow, and the Kanto form has below average stats, but neither are completely worthless. The Alolan form can become a decent threat if you can set up a Z Swords Dance paired with Quick Attack or Sucker Punch for priority, and the Kanto version has the ability Guts, which boosts its attack by 50% if it has a status. Put a Flame Orb on it, give it Facade, which doubles its power when status, and show the opponent that a first route Pokemon can put up a fight too. I'm kind of cheating here with this one, even though they're part of the same evolutionary line. I much prefer the stronger Persian in battle, but the looks and personality of Meowth I like a lot better, so they both get the number 3 spot. I've had cats since I was a child, so the thought of having one on my Pokemon journey was pretty cool. That being said, I was bummed when I found out Meowth isn't catchable in Yellow or Red, the 2 first-gen games I had as a child. I had to wait until the remakes came out before I could finally add one of these cats to my team. As with Raticate, Meowth and Persian aren't the best when it comes to competitive battling, but they have a couple tricks up their sleeves. They have the ability Technician, which gives these felines a boost to moves with 60 or under base power, making Fake Out an even bigger hassle to deal with turn 1. They have a diverse move pool of both physical and special moves, but you may want to have Nasty Plot if you want a special attacking Persian. Oh, and if you want to use Meowth instead, give it a Focus Sash. Even with the defense boost from Eviolite, it still can't take a hit. When Gen 7 came out, I was hyped to see what all new Pokemon would come from it, and we did get some awesome ones. We got a Psychic Orangutan, a Ghost-type final evolution to one of the starters, and even a cosplaying Pokemon. With all of these great and unique typings, I was excited to see what dragons would be announced for the Alolan region, and, well, we got some. There was one of my favorite 7th gen Pokemon in the Jangmo O-line, whose final evolution was talked about in a previous video, the Ultra Beast Guzzlord, and Drampa. We got Drampa. A dragon grandpa. Uncle Drampa.
Good morning, Uncle Teacher Grandpa. Gracias, senor. Teacher's pet.
But seriously, I actually like this guy. Normal Dragon is a typing that I'd never expect would exist, and it'd be a handy switch into a Decidueye that's about to use a signature Ghost-type Z move. To add Decidueye's primary typing Grass to the list of immunities Drampa can safely switch into, he has access to the ability Sap Sipper, which would be useful on a rain team. However, I personally prefer to use one with the Berserk ability, which raises Drampa's already insane base 135 special attack up 1 stage if its HP is below half. It's incredibly slow though, so make sure it's either on a Trick Room team or if it'll be able to take a couple hits to make any use of Berserk. And before we get into the honorable mentions, I have a confession. I like derpy Pokemon. I don't know why, but the expression on their faces just amuse me. They just seem so blissfully ignorant and it's adorable for some reason. That's why 2 of my honorable mentions are Bidoof and Ditto. Ditto can be useful with its imposter ability, which automatically lets it transform into the opposing Pokemon, and you can utilize it to better predict your opponent's overall strategy. As with Bidoof, there's no real reason why I like it so much. That face is equal parts derp and dumb, and it's just beautiful. Moving away from the derp, we go to the Pokemon deity Arceus. Without any of its type-changing plates, is probably one of the most intimidating normal type Pokemon in the game with base 120 in all of its stats. With access to various setup moves and extreme speed, coupled with a life orb, this Pokemon will put the fear of God in you. And finally, I can't make a top 5 normal type list without at least mentioning the roadblocker himself, Snorlax. This honorable mention is mostly due to the nostalgia factor with Ash's Snorlax in the anime. He's a good choice for stalling when it comes to battling, and his exclusive Z move is amazing, but for me, I just have good memories from the show whenever this big boy makes an appearance. Plus, I love the derpy expression on both Snorlax and his pre-evolution's face. There I go with the derp again, what is wrong with me? The big bull himself and the star of a banned episode of the anime, Tauros is a Pokemon that was one of the key reasons to go into the Safari Zone after picking up the Surf HM and giving an old guy his teeth back after you found them in the game, without washing them first. Going off on a bit of a tangent, they were in the dirt for an undisclosed amount of time, and you just pick them up and shove them in a guy's gummy mouth. It's kinda gross now that I'm thinking about it. But back to Tauros, is a Pokemon that constantly rampages the area he's in, whipping himself with his 3 tails as he does so. He's meant to be an intimidating threat to anyone coming across it, probably why he has Intimidate as one of his abilities. But if you can tame a Tauros, it'll happily let you ride his back and allows you to control its rampaging across the land. Who needs the Rock Smash HM when he can just charge headfirst into those pesky boulders? In battle, unfortunately, Tauros isn't much to look at. Sure, he has base 100 attack and 110 speed, but he doesn't have as big of a physical move pool to take advantage of it like you may think he'd have. Outside of moves like Body Slam, Earthquake, and Zen Headbutt, he doesn't have many options for diverse and viable attacks. Strangely enough though, he actually has a decently good sized special move pool, which is weird considering his special attack is a measly 40. But I think he's fun to battle with, and if you want to use this Gen 1 beast, slap either a Life Orb or Choice Band on him and give him good physical moves to take advantage of his strengths. And there you have it, my top 5 favorite normal type Pokemon. Let me know what your favorite types are, give this video a like, and with all that, I'll see y'all later.